question asked during childhood is what do you want to be when you grow up? Most times kids answered astronaut, vet, firefighter, princess, but what about garbage collector? What about ASL interpreter? How about dog groomer? These careers aren't as recognized as those mentioned prior, but there are still some people in the world with them as careers. Oftentimes, these jobs are characterized as small, odd, or unusual, which then leads me to ask, are these jobs small, or are they small based on other people's perceptions? Personally, my idea of a career is traditional and socially influenced. Therefore, I was intrigued to analyze a career that's not of the norm. Colleen is a dog groomer at PetSmart. While describing how she discovered her passion for what others may call a strange job, she exclaims, "Not many people instantly know what career they want to pursue for the rest of their life. I definitely did it." Initially, she had a strong fondness for animals, in which her childhood dog only added to it. After realizing she wanted to continue serving animals, she decided to try the animal industry. Out of high school, she volunteered at an animal shelter, which reinforced her compassion and desire to improve those animals' lives. One day she noticed the dog's hair unnaturally long and got permission to trim them with the kind of scissors that you would see a first grader use. Even with a second pair of hands, she struggled to cut more than 2 strands. This left her wondering how groomers were able to successfully and perfectly cut dogs' hairs. Once she began researching the interest, she admits the rest was history. Now, even for an industry like dog grooming, there's a process that one should go through. When becoming certified, you learn how to identify a dog's skin type to go with a certain shampoo, coats to understand how their body temperature is regulated, and their behavior to approach how to groom them. Ross explains that there are universal techniques to use as a foundation that you can then modify to fit your own grooming preferences. Aside from this, Ross points out the priority of safety emphasized throughout the training process. To minimize harm, it helps to acquire the right equipment. As you can see, they use more equipment than your normal hairdresser probably would. Nevertheless, each one has a specific use. For instance, they use shears with a curved tip to avoid any accidents, such as this hair thinner. Also these. Additionally, they use hair dryers that emit less heat and less noise, such as these. They also use a variety of brushes to fit every different type of fur. For medium length hair that sheds, for curly hair that doesn't shed, and for smooth coats. Of course, even with these proper tools, it doesn't ensure that a dog will not get nipped or that they will behave properly. Ross affirms that as a groomer, you come across several kinds of dogs, some more nervous or fidgety than others. Judging from the amount of hassle it takes to bathe my own dogs, you would think that dog grooming is more trouble than fun. However, Ross claims that it comes with benefits. Her main justification is that every day is a learning experience. Every dog is different, therefore it is never a boring time to work. Another advantage is that grooming doesn't require a university degree. It begins hands-on, which you can then truly learn the craft. To her, grooming produces an instant gratification when clients' expectations are satisfied and the dogs leave looking healthier. Ross explains that it feels good when she makes life a bit easier for the animal and helps maintain their happiness. To Colleen Ross, this is something that is worth calling her passion. In retrospect, dog grooming can be interesting, and it's not as odd as you would think. From this, I've learned that if you're a dog groomer, if you're a mailman, if you're a school janitor, all of those small, odd, unusual jobs aren't as small, odd, or unusual as you may believe. At least not to those who occupy them. Thank you.